All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us purpose. In the mighty words of the Ark, history is now. Welcome to the Fahrenheit. Finally at 6 o'clock. We got so much to get in today. We're going to talk a little history of Sacramento rap. Okay? We're going to talk about little Underbelly sound wars. Okay? We're going to talk about when I had the honor to meet Rakim and how that affected the landscape, okay? Rakim is out here all the time. So I want to talk about how that affected the landscape. Okay? We're going to talk raps too. I know, notice in the chat, I got a question. Okay? Notice in the chat, I got an inquiry. Okay, I want to know in today's day and age, I want to know your perspective. What's the better angle in this? The independent angle or the mainstream? Okay? I want all y'all to tell me in the chat. I want some opinions. We're going to chat. This is a meeting of the mind. Okay? You hurt it that win, huh? Now, a message from the schlangs. May the schlangs make our strength more powerful than any struggle. May the schlangs give us the strength to be fearless in our hearts. May the schlangs allow us to get stronger and stronger mentally every day. May the schlangs convince us that any task, we can do this. May the schlangs convince us with the belief in the schlangs, we are on the path that we want to be. May the schlangs make us recognize our worth. May the schlangs allow us to wink at any challenge. May the schlangs allow us to not fear the fire, but become the fire. May the schlangs let us recognize our destiny to ride the frequency. May the schlangs give us the bravery to climb any mountain. May the schlangs allow us to use our destined power for good and good of the people. Thank you, O schlangs. Thank you, O mighty of schlangs. Thank you, O mighty of schlangs. Thank you, O mighty of schlangs. It's the Fahrenheit. Now I'm curious your perspective. Okay, in the chat, I'm curious your perspective. In today's day and age with the streamings and the YouTubes and the nifty knots and the whipty whams, is it better to go mainstream or independent? We're going to talk about one of your opinions. So get that in the chat. Now, last time we were together, we talked a little backwards mapping, where you just come up with the most outlandish of goal and find out what would it take to reach that step, then what would it take to reach that step, then what would it take to reach that step. You do that 6 or 7 times and you're going to start with a tiny little goal that you can achieve. It's a mental stimulation, it's a motivation. Okay, even if you shoot for the shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you wind up amongst the stars. Now, we talked about Underbelly Sound Wars. Now, let me tell you how that was backwards mapped in. Okay? Let me tell you how Underbelly Sound Wars was backwards mapped in. It started with this. I need a warning. These ideas I can't even take credit for these ideas. They come from the frequency. The frequency instructed me to create a warning. Okay, I need a mass warning. Okay, speaking of which, the distributor hit me this morning on a Saturday. This ball is so of war. I got 2 emails on our tips this morning on a Saturday from both YouTube and Film Hub. We're so close to having a 24/7 network superior of schlap, videos, movies, TV show, news. It's about sack rap, but it's about the whole of everything. We're so close to having Underbelly Sound Wars distributed to the Amazon Primes and the Tubies and the Nifty Knots and the Whipty Wham, the Apple TVs and the Nifty Knots. That's why you gotta get in on it now. Watch it now and get on it first. Now, it started with the frequency telling me I need to create a warning. How do you create a warning? Go back. Make it the most logical of movie bad guy logic of warning that's ever been logic of warned. Make it the most creative of logical bad guy of perspective that's ever been bad guy of perspective in the movies. Now, that was the challenge. The only way to fully complete the warning, the mass warning that's about to take place like an atomic bomb, make sure you watch Underbelly Sound Wars on YouTube 5-part series before it goes on the Tubies and the Nifty Knots. Now, in order to make this, that's when you had to come up with the end of the Underbelly Sound Wars. No spoiler. Okay, not too much of spoiler, but Dev Wave had to come up with a way to take over the entire world. Okay, Dead Wave had to take over the entire of world. In order to, the warning had to be visual. So then it starts with warning. Then it goes with Dead Wave's speech about one. We all pray to the one. We all are guided by the one. One worldwide lingo. The tongue will speak of one. What are we talking about? Oh my God. Moldrek forum del torak melkaran vintoren sofordorak. Greetings, overkill. You feel me? You feel me? It had to be it had to be massive, a massive idea to bring this warning. The purpose is the warning. Warning, speech, America's story, down. It whittles all the way down to the gentleman. It whittles all the way down to the gentleman. Now, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Thank you. I'm gonna thank you first. Okay, AI clip this. I gotta do this. I'm gonna thank you first for allowing me to do this. But I got two DMs that both had the same message that I hate Eminem because he's white. Now, I'm not gonna get into that. I've already explained I don't care about that. I was a Vanilla Ice fan. It has nothing to do with that. I didn't give the random any attention. I blocked these people. I'm giving these people the pleasure to be entertained by the Fahrenheit Nation. It is a privilege for me to allow you, I'm talking about the Sons of Fahrenheit. How am I going to have the Sons of Fahrenheit intermingling with random randoms? That's on me. I gotta prune. I gotta keep pruning these people. You have no idea how much time I spend pruning these people. And it's not for me because I don't even care. Half of it's for you. Because I don't want you amongst these people. If they say I'm ahead of my time, if you watching this here, that means you more sharp than your neighbor and peer. It's on me to keep the random randoms off your grass, which is the Fahrenheit Nation. Anywho, YouTube Yoda, you think when I'm in the booth, I'm concerned about your feelings. AirPod Academic, you think when I'm in the booth creating these raps, you're on my mind trying to please you. I'm gonna show you something random. Wikipedia warrior, I got something to show you. Feel me? Feel me? This called a boom box. You feel me? This called a boom box. You feel me? This called a boom box. You feel me? We used to play tapes. Hey, we used to play tapes. Now, when you DM in the D, you gotta understand you DMing an entity that's been in this since the beginning and is still now. I'm not one of these old fogies that's holding on to the past. I'm omnipresent. It's now too. I'm just telling you, it's not only now. Okay, it's not only now, but I can go back, reference, and tell you I was handed this tape in the Black Market Records office by Cedric Singleton. Where are you coming from with your opinion? I was handed this tape by Cedric Singleton in the Black Market office, and you're trying to tell me about my feelings and how I should feel. I'm handed this tape in the Black Market office made 30 years ago. I don't know. Now, 30 years later, you're trying to tell me how I should feel and how I'm feeling. Anywho, backwards mapping. Started, warning, went to, speech, went to, build up the American story. Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Sacramento. The core of the West Coast. It's so strategic, it had to happen. Los Angeles, Seattle, Sacramento, San Francisco. But then it even goes back to the gentleman. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but the gentleman is white. For all you random randoms that think I hate Eminem because it's white, I just spent 15 years writing this story in the back of my head, 3 months learning AI, months editing, months of editing, a hardcore week of writing captions, which today I was writing more captions because the captions got kicked back to me. I'm in caption hell. I'm in caption hell. I'm doing all of this because it's necessary. Oh my goodness, you telling me I don't like Eminem because he's white now? I done met Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm a fan of Dr. Umar Johnson, and I'm risking my life. Okay, I'm risking my life having the main character of the first ever urban musical of real rap, having the main character be white. I'm already cool with Dr. Umar Johnson. Who knows what he would. Wait, stop. Clip this. This is important. I'm cool with Dr. Umar Johnson. Got a picture on my Insta chats. Okay, I'm risking my life by having the first urban real rap musical main character be a white guy. I'm already putting myself out there for the name of diversity. I'm already, these titles, Street Monster. Street Monster is a DE album. I said, white people, I'm gonna give you my DE album, Street Monster, and have it be a 20-year-old white woman. What are we talking about? I've just released the most diverse superhero story in the history of superhero stories. Star Wars, Matrix, DC, Marvel with a DE twist, and they're accusing me of not liking Eminem because he's white. Dr. Umar Johnson, please don't do me in because the main character of the first ever urban real rap musicals is white. The message, everyone need, not just the, this was the decision. Not just the blacks need to hear the story. I made the black index because I noticed a lot of my albums had black in it. And I was like, okay, I could make this just for the blacks. Okay, I could make this just for the blacks. But who will hear the story? I need everyone to hear this story. So now I'm on Dr. Umar Infantunde's radar for having a white star in my movie. And now on the flip side, I'm getting DMs from Wikipedia warriors accusing me for not liking Eminem when the truth is he trashed my genre. Okay, the truth is he trashed my genre. I'm gonna take a second on. Holler at me in the chat. Holler in the chat. Sometimes I just get on one. That's why I had to thank this whole segment by thanking you because I can't give them any attention. I can't even read, I can't even hit the DM so it says red. I can't even hit the DM so it says red. I just have to read the beginning. I see keywords, I get the gist. I give them no attention. I thank you, oh family sons of Fahrenheit, for allowing me to vent on the AirPod academics that feel they know and more than the DEG when I used to listen to music on one of these on my shoulder. Okay? I used to listen to music with one of these on my shoulder. Have you ever synced one of these on your shoulder? Okay? I used to roam the hood, one of these on my shoulder. And we're now with the Fahrenheit. That's 40 years. Now to the chat. Overkill, Gentleman G. That's right. From London. I even included the UK's. Oh my God, what are we talking about? I got a London white and I got an American white. And now I'm getting accused of not liking the whites. I'm sticking my neck out with Dr. Umar Ifantunde. Okay, I don't know what he's gonna do to me now. It's bad enough I'm in an interracial marriage. I didn't even tell him that. My wife is Asian. I didn't even tell him that. Now I'm public with overkill gentleman. That's right. The gentleman, AKA Gentleman G, just because I wanted to include everybody. Now I'm getting accused of this. I'm in the chat, man. Oh, yes, yes. When Lambo says independent approach, more freedom. That's the one thing. That's the key. That's so key. That is so key. I know for a fact the majors would not let the DE be the DE. I know that for a fact. The one time I tried to go that route, that was the first issue. DE being the DE. Not in those words, but the gist. Okay, the gist was DE being the DE. Okay. DE being the DE. Lambo, thank you for that. Julio, I'm talking like I'm supposed. Okay, Art. Ghetto youth. Bang, bang, none again. Shout out to Jay Synth on that. We have the night with you. We will have every day. One time, two time, one to the all night. You like every day. One time. The slang, thank you, Lambo. The slangs is omnipresent. You would not be watching this if you weren't higher frequency from the masses. I'm going to ask you this with all honesty. When you started bumping the DE raps, okay, you played it for 4 people. The dumb ones said something stupid. The smart ones bobbed their head. I'm going to say it again. Tell me, you in a group of people, think about it. You in a group of people, the DE comes up or something about the DE. The smart people, dumb people, there's a separation. First degree, the DE is the most separating of separating topic in the rap game. Okay, if you are watching this here, you are of an elite class. I have invested in you. I've invested my whole life to connect us. These raps were just the beginning. These raps were a vessel. I can't say that enough. These raps were a vessel for us to gather. I've invested so much in the slangs. Thank you, almighty of slangs. Now we gather. I'm in the chat. The leader of the Black Index couldn't help himself. Yes. Gangsta Black in my Eddie D hat. That's my uncle. So I'm saying, man, together we can make things last forever. Together, juntos, we build together. Oh man, this is what I think about all day. I know I just be talking like this, but this is like what I think about. I think about us. It's just now going public with the but this is what I do every day. I'm in the chat. Ooh, overkill is making me feel good with these quotes. That's right. Appreciate each other's difference, or someone might make you all the same. Like me. All right. What up, Tehran? You should do live commands to the slangs. Take requests. That's what I'm doing right now. What up, Joe? Ask the slangs. The slangs will answer. Story time, story time, story times. Rakim, the greatest MC of all time. I repeat, Rakim, the greatest MC of all time, decided to come to Sacramento for some random reason. 5 years ago-ish. Okay? Rakim, the greatest MC of all time, decides to come to Sacramento at the Harlows. First DE the GE Jeter Southside SAC had to be there. I know you're knowing. First the DE had to be there. Not only be there, but I had to meet the greatest MC that's ever breathed on the mic. Okay? I go to the show. Now, this is the best part. This is the best part, and this is why I'm going public with it for the first time. This is the best part. This is why I'm going public with it for the first time. I was with my boy Ace Mack. Okay, Ace Mack. Now, those of you who've seen History of Sacramento Rap documentary, okay, if you abreast on what's getting dead and you've seen History of Sacramento Rap documentary, you know about Ace Mack. He was part of the key of all this. He was the core of Freeport. It was his keyboard. It was his house. He was the core of Freeport. Miss Marvelous's first recordings ever was done at Ace's mom's house. What are we talking about? MCs from all over Sacramento used to come to this area and rap battle, be a part of what Ace and AK had going. BG, Soup Bone, Mac 17. Oh my goodness. Ace Mack. So I'm with Ace Mack, and that's the best part, because you think I'm a big Rakim fan. He is. They say there's about 7 African tribes that are here in America, right? I don't know if it's true. I just heard it a few times. But so they say there's 7 categories. Ace and Rakim are from the same African tribe. Okay, he is of Rakim. He loves Rakim, so I was with him. Snoop Dogg and Brother Lynch are from the same tribe too. Anywho, so I'm with Ace Mack. Rakim rocks the show. You can see this on the Underbelly. You can see a clip of it on Underbelly Sound Wars. Okay, there's a clip of Rakim rocking the show. Okay, he rocks the show. First time in Sacramento. Okay, the show is over. Boom. I'm standing there with Ace. Ace starts to walk out the venue. Rakim rocks the show, goes a cappella, does the hits, does news. Everything was perfect. End of the show. Ace Mack starts to walk out the venue. I said, where the hell are you going? He said, you think we could do it? I remember he said, you think we could do it? You with the DEG. If it has to get did, and you're with the having to get did plus the DEG equals it getting did. Having to get did plus the DEG equals it getting did. Went in there, found a way, my dude. B Legit was there, chopped it up with Bila for a little while. Then I was like, Bila, Bila called me the school teacher. I know Bila for decades. So talked to him for a while. Bila, I gotta go in here and meet this man. Went in there. But the best part was, met him, boom. This part is there's video of this. Told him straight up, Rakim, you the greatest MC that's ever breathed on the mic. Rakim, you the greatest MC that's ever breathed on the mic. I had to tell him. Oh my goodness, I know he's heard it from many of people, but it had to come from the D. He said, thank you, my dude, what's your name? He said, thank you, my dude, what's your name? I said, my name is First Degree the D. And I gave him my Super Black album, but then the best part of the story, I said, I need to introduce you to somebody. See, I'm a humble man. I'm not one of these loud folks that's begging for attention. I'm actually the opposite of that. I like to build things in the cave where you are now. I'm bringing you in the cave. You are actually in the cave where we make movies, we make videos, we make music in the cave, Fahrenheit Studios, but I'm out and about. Okay, I'm out and about, but really I'm a humble person. It's hard for me to talk about myself. I don't talk about myself. I'm the opposite of what a star is or whatever, these people that like to talk about themselves or whatever. But if I'm talking about Ace Mack, but if I'm talking about Ace Mack, one of the originators of the Sacramento rap game itself, the music side, one of the pioneers of Sacramento music, who the YouTube Yodas and AirPod academics may have no idea of, but I'm investing in the slangs, making sure these stories are told. I started telling Rakim about Ace Mack, yo. I started telling Rakim about Ace Mack. And he said, all right, I need to meet him. I say, Ace Mack, come on. This is Ace Mack's idol. This is my favorite rapper of all time, who I think is by far the best rapper. But this is Ace Mack's idol. I said, Ace Mack, come on. The power in that, my dude. Ace Mack, come on. And I pulled out my camera. And Ace Mack and Rakim had a 25-minute conversation. Ace Rakim was asking us the questions. Rakim was asking us the questions. I got pictures. I got video. There's a clip on one. I wear black because it's just my style. And it's on Underbelly Sound Wars. Rakim is asking us about the Sacramento rap scene. So to Rakim, this is his first time in Sac. We're in backstage in a lounge, and there was only about 7 of us. But it was really Ace Mack and Rakim. So shout out to Ace Mack, man. I hope he I know he remembers. We went back the next year too. Oh, and that's the best part of the story, Young. Why is there a light on over there? That's the best part of the story, Young. He comes back every year now. The best part of the story is whatever happened magically backstage at Harlow's with First Degree the DE, Rakim, and Ace Mack convinced Rakim to come back to Sacramento every year. Shouts out to my man Rakim, man. Shouts out to my man Rakim. So at the end of this show, we gonna salute Rakim, and I'm gonna rap. Okay, I'm gonna give a live performance of the greatest rap album ever made. Eric B and Rakim follow the leader, so stay tuned for that. It's the Fahrenheit. I could do this all day, and I'm not Captain America. Dang, if they had Captain America going back in Infinity War or Endgame, and then that caused the reason Doctor Doom is. That'd be tight. Anywho. I was handed this tape in the black market office by a young Cedric Singleton starting his business, and you're trying to tell me about the rap game. First Degree the DE, first tape, and you're telling me about the rap game. Homicide. This tape is the first Sacramento rap album. Homicide, Knocking Off Whack MCs is the first Sacramento full album, and you're telling me your opinion, thinking your opinion trumps mine. You AirPod academic, Wikipedia warrior. Take a look at this tape. Recognize how deep the rabbit hole goes. Recognize how deep the rabbit hole goes and filter your comments. Last time we met, we had a poem from the mighty Fahrenheit Slangs entitled, You Don't Have to Be Stupid Anymore. YouTube Yoda, if you missed it, I encourage you to watch yesterday's episode of the Fahrenheit. Watch the part that features the poem by the mighty Fahrenheit Slangs called mighty Fahrenheit Slangs, called You Don't Have to Be Stupid Anymore. Moving on. So shouts out to Rakim. It's the Fahrenheit Hour. I'm in the chat. What am I drinking on? Water. You notice there's no brand on it. Brands, if you want some airtime on the Fahrenheit Hour, you gotta hit us up. You notice there's no brand name on the water. Brands, if you want time on the Fahrenheit Hour, you gotta hit us up. I promise you that the people watching the Fahrenheit Hour are on the cusp of history, on the cusp of future, are the smartest minds in the urban rap game. That's why they've been brought to me. I'm gonna say it again. Brands, you want airtime on Fahrenheit Hour, you gotta hit us up. I promise we are the elite of the urban rap game. I've spent 30 years sending out signals in musical form. 30 years sending, what year is this? 2000? Yeah, 30 years. No, 33 years of sending out music, sending out invitations in musical form. Every DE song, every DE album, every DE video, every DE project is an invitation to you to join the Schlangs. Every song has come to the Schlangs, smartest people in the urban community. That's what the DE is. The DE is a vessel inviting the smartest people in the urban rap community. I'm telling you, randoms. You guys can have your group chats. Reddit revolutionaries. You guys can have your group chats. YouTube Yodas. You guys can have your discussion. I have no dealings with you. My dealings are with the smartest people in the urban rap community. My music is an invitation to bring you to the Schlangs so that we may govern the world and make it a better place. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Every DE record is an invitation to the smartest people in the urban community in the world. Randoms, does it sound like you have anything to do with my agenda? AirPod academics, are you in my purpose? That's why I call myself a purist, because the Dr. Dre's, because the Eminems. I know the game as a whole. But moving on, I will give Dr. Dre his props. What? I will give Dr. Dre his props. Clip this. This is important. I will give Dr. Dre his props. Now, if you haven't seen History of Sacramento Rap, you don't know, but Dr. Dre had part in the first ever Sacramento rap song. I'm going to say it again. Triple Threat 3 from Sacramento. The first ever Sacramento rap song called Scratch Motion. Dr. Dre is scratching on it with Scoob. Okay? So, I've been talking about Dr. Dre, but sometimes when you gotta discipline folks, okay, Dr. Dre, we talked about all that. Sometimes you discipline folks, you gotta heal them. Okay, sometimes when you give a whooping, you gotta get them some ice cream. So, I'm gonna read a segment from the history of Sacramento rap. Picture it, okay? Def Jam had offered the Triple Threat 3 a contract after seeing them in a Run DMC show here in Sacramento. Okay? That's the stage. The history of Sacramento rap, page 10. When reflecting on history, there are few moments that shape the world as we know it. In this book, there are about 5 moments that carved the course of Sacramento rap history. Russell Simmons offering the Triple Threat 3, this record deal, was one of them. The Triple Threat 3 discussed the offer amongst themselves. Two of the Triple Threat 3, DC Ray and Captain K, were all in. However, one, Mike C, was out, citing the mystery of Def Jam Records, their age, which was only 16, and the distance. At the time, Def Jam was still an up-and-coming label from a coast far, far away. Since the members of the Triple Threat 3 were a group, they stuck together and declined Def Jam's offer. On the Fahrenheit, it only says it once in the book, but First Degree, the DE, and DC Ray reflect on how the Sacramento rap game could have been much more had they gone to New York. In time, DC Ray and the Triple Threat 3's battle-tested style, grit, lyrical emphasis, and history had made its way to world-known executive producer named Cletus Anderson in Los Angeles. In the 1980s, Cletus Anderson had purchased Saturn Records and was looking for a new sound to hit the market with. Cletus had made his time with VIP record stores in Long Beach, California. In 1983, Saturn Records signed the Triple Threat 3. So that video of Snoop Dogg on top, I can't remember which one, and I can't remember which beat Dre copied. No, Michael, stop. It's supposed to be nice to Dre today. The video of Snoop Dogg on top of the record store with the donut, that's the dude who signed the Triple Threat 3, and they put out the first Sacramento rap album. Single. Okay. 1983, Saturn Records signed the Triple Threat 3 and went to work on their first single, Scratch Motion. To record the album, Cletus put the Triple Threat 3 in a hotel on the Hollywood Strip. While recording Scratch Motion, the Triple Threat 3 crew was looking to expand their sound. With this in mind, Cletus Anderson reached out to a local Compton group called the World Class Wrecking Crew. I'm gonna read that again just because of the historical relevance. With this in mind, Cletus Anderson reached out to a local Compton group called the World Class Wrecking Crew. The World Class Wrecking Crew, they wasn't a rap group. They were more of a street pop dance group. In fact, the acting manager, Alonzo Williams, famously hated rap. Their claim to fame was rocking parties in the LA area, changing the game. Although the leader of the World Class Wrecking Crew heard of rap, their young DJ had loved it. He was an up-and-coming factor named Andre Young. So here we got the Triple Threat 3 from Sacramento, 16 years old, just turned down a record deal from Russell Simmons. Okay, just rocked the stage with Houdini, Run DMC, but they was like, no, we don't really know, we can't. And then they signed with a camp, go down to LA, Long Beach. This is before the Snoop Dogs. They go down to Long Beach, signed. Then it's like, we need a new sound. He reaches out to the world-class wrecking crew. They say, oh, we're not really into rap. But the young DJ is like, I kind of like this rap thing. His name was Andre Young. Okay? Behind Alonzo's back, Andre was experimenting with the sounds of hip hop and secretly planning his own takeover. Andre Young would eventually name himself Dr. Dre. In 1984, Dr. Dre teamed up with the Triple Threat 3 in Scratch Motion. Random. Do you know what this is? This is a boombox. This is called a boombox. You random of random. You random of random. This is a boombox where we played music when rap was first invented. Now you're trying to tell me with your Wikipedia warrior perspective how I'm supposed to think when I'm doing the knowledge I didn't have. The knowledge I didn't have, I didn't know all this about the Triple Threat 3. I spent 2 years researching. I spent 2 years of my life investing in the schlangs. Sometimes I don't even know where the schlangs is taking me. Okay, sometimes I don't even know where the schlangs is taking me. I just hear a voice that says invest in the schlangs. I invested 2 years, teamed up with Emo, spent all kind of monies. Teamed up with the Money Bees from the Digital Underground. Teamed up with the Ice-T. Teamed up with the Seabos. Teamed up with the Yuck Mouth. Teamed up with the Curtis Blow. Teamed up with the Joy Taylors. Teamed up with the Funk Betas. And made history. And you're telling me how I'm supposed to think because of your limited Spotify subscription knowledge. Because of your limited Spotify subscription knowledge, you should be with Pandora or Apple, but you have a limited spender knowledge. Now you're DMing me about how I'm supposed to be feeling when I have been in this rap game for 95% of the time, and the 5% I wasn't in, I spent 2 years investing in the schlangs, learning about, talking to the real people. I discovered Sacramento's first DJ Daryl. He ended up being Brother Lynch's first manager. I've known Brother Lynch for 20 years. I never even knew that. So the 5% I didn't know, I invested in the schlangs, did my research, and learned it. The percent I didn't know, I invested in the schlangs and learned it. Moving on. Where were we? I need to read the last sentence again. In 1984, Dr. Dre teamed up with the Triple Threat 3 on Scratch Motion. What are we talking about? Dr. Dre was on the Scratch. Yes, the Dr. Dre scratches on Sacramento's first rap record, Scratch Motion. Random. You don't have to be stupid anymore. The information is out there. Moving on. There were records and they were in stores. Sacramento had representatives in the game much earlier than anyone was aware of. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs, for allowing me to be the vessel to communicate the real history of Sacramento rap. Yes, my man, Brother Lynch is in this book, but this is when he was 11. It starts when he was 11. The rap game did not start with Lynch. The rap game did not start with X-Rated. It started with the Triple Threat 3 DC Rated. They were kids when these people were doing their thing. As a matter of fact, Brother Lynch, at the age of 13, was at the Run DMC Triple DC Ray show. I repeat, A 13-year-old Brother Lynch was at the Run DMC DC Ray show. Am I supposed to skip that part of history in order to cater to the AirPod academics, the Wikipedia warriors that criticism of the movie is that I didn't start at the right place. I started at the beginning. I started at the beginning. So if you don't have your signed copy of this, man, you get it at sacramentorap.com, man. This is history. It went semi-viral. Went semi-viral. Now, I'm looking in the chat. I want to know if independent or major is the best way to go. I'm looking in the chat. Looking in the chat. Looking in the chat. Scott. All right, man, I'm glad we've known each other this long. I've been sending out frequencies, your invitation, Scott. Don't Be My Pleasure is an invitation. Come on home, y'all. Simple Simon the song is an invitation. Come on home. Simon the song is an invitation. That song, let's just talk about that song. Holla at me in the chat if you've ever heard an album I did called Planet Zero, and on that album you heard a song called Simon. Holla at me in the chat if you heard Planet Zero, and on Planet Zero you heard a song called Simon. Holla at me in the chat if you heard Planet Zero, and on Planet Zero you heard the song called Simon. A refresher, the chorus goes, why are these simple Simons following me? Why are these simple Simons following me? I don't hear me. Said, get out of my place, get out of my race. You ain't my taste. I got the train. Holla at me in the chat if you've ever heard Simon. Yes, OGIV dog. Julio here. OGIL. The basement, the basement. OGIL in the building. Now, Planet Zero, Simple Simon, the song was a call. Tell me that wasn't a call. That song is a perfect example. If you dumb, you're not gonna like that song. You're gonna get offended. If you dumb, you not, and that is on purpose. The song is a separator on purpose, saying, dumb people, get offended and do your emotional stuff over here, while the people who's feeling this song, while the people who's feeling this song will gather and be a group riding the frequency. Okay? The song is attracting smart people. Every song DE makes is an invitation for you to come on home, smart people of the urban community. We got a lot to do. Okay, smart people of the urban community, we got a lot to do. Okay, so that's Sacramento, History of Sacramento Rap, the book. Now, if you're just joining us, oh, Scott, I'm glad that was the first album, okay? Good. If you joining us, if you look at the first message, I want to know what you think is better. I'm gonna learn today. This is the part of I'm gonna learn today. Wait, what is it? Okay, I'll read that at the end. I'm gonna read the comments. I'll go through the whole comments at the end. But I'm gonna learn today. I want you to tell me which one is better, independent or major label. Both got pros, both got cons. You know? Independent con is you got your freedom, but you got to do all the work. Whew, it's so much work. Major label, pros, you out there, and you will have a chance. Okay, cons, you don't have freedom. So I need to know in the chat. I'm gonna learn today what's better, be an independent artist or try to go with the mainstream. Try to go with the mainstream, because who knows if you're. So you're going to tell me now, moving on the fair. Did that. Ooh, now it's time for raps. Now it's time to rap. Make a PG version for mainstream and a raw version for independent. Now, Lambo hit again. We're gonna talk about that real quick. I wanted to mention one of the smartest approach I ever seen with the mainstream uh independent perspective was how Lynch. There was a period of time where Lynch was signed to Strange, but he was also doing his own label. Now that was like what Lambo is saying. Maybe you could do both. Both. Now that was a smart strategy. Good suggestion, Lambo. 50-50. V-Dog says the same thing. Both. See, that's what I want to mention is with this movie, I'm willing to get an investor and just license and that's why I had to have whites and the Native Americans. I had to back man. The back man had to be a Mexican. The back man had to be a Mexican. Okay, so I got the whites, I got the Asian. Robo D had to be an Asian from Seattle. Robo D had to be an Asian from Seattle. So I'm actually taking y'all's advice. So I really appreciate y'all tuning in and y'all hitting on the chat. Okay, I mean that because I want to know what y'all think about that. I'm trying to do both. With the movies and all that, I'm trying to go mainstream and the music, keep it independent. What do y'all think about that? Try to go mainstream with the movies and always have the movies be a musical, so there's a little bit of music in it. But then stay independent. Tell me your thoughts on that in the chat. Thank you, OJ. Nutrition. That was a DE rap that said nutrition. Oh, on rap documentary. That said, this is nutrition. I am unique. Oh, you could have. Oh, yeah, I brought your nutrition. That's actually a reference to something that's naughty. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. Okay, I'm going to get to the chat thing. Keep filling up the chat so I can read everyone. Okay, please fill up the chat so I can read everyone, and then we can talk about your thoughts. Okay, keep filling up the chat so we can talk about your thoughts at the moment in time. Clip this. This is important. Rakim, follow the leader. Follow me into a solo. Get in the flow, and you can picture like a photo. Music mix, mellow maintains to make melodies for MCs, motivates the breaks. I'm everlasting. I can go on for days and days with rhyme displays and engraves deep as x-rays. I could take a phrase just rarely heard, flip it. Now it's a daily word. I can get iller than Nam. I killing the bomb with no alarm. Rakim will remain calm. Self-esteem makes me super superb and supreme. But for the microphone, still I fame. This was a tape I wasn't supposed to break. I was supposed to wait. But let's motivate. Ba-ba-ba. I want to see if you keep following and swallowing, taking and making, biting and borrowing. Brothers died, others tried to get the formula. Okay, I flipped that around. So I got to get this right. Brothers tried, others died to get the formula. But I'm going to let you sweat. You still ain't warm, you are. You still ain't warm, you are. Step away from frozen, stiff as if you're posing. Dig into my brain as the rhyme gets chosen. So follow me while you're thinking you was first. Let's travel at magnificent speeds around the universe. Da-da-da. What could you say as the earth gets further and further away? Stop! I heard that somebody was talking about this. Let's travel at magnificent speeds around the universe. What could you say as the Earth gets further and further away? Planets are small as balls of clay. Well, that means you are all out in space by yourself, out there. Now what? You are so far from the Earth that it's as small as a ball of clay on a spaceship. Now what? Astray into the Milky Way, worlds out of sight. Far as the eye can see, not even a satellite. There's no man-made devices. You are out in space in the the void. Not even a satellite. Now, stop. Okay, so you have lost all guidance. You have lost all connection. Okay, stop. Turn around and look. Oh, you'd be so alone. You would be begging for something. Stop, turn around and look. You stare in the darkness. Knowledge is took. So keep staring. Soon you suddenly see a star. This is a rap song. This is a rap song. What are we talking about? This is a rap song. So keep staring. Soon you suddenly see a star. You better follow it, because it's the R. So he's saying when all is lost, when all is nil, when you are trapped in the void, follow the R. This is a lesson. If you're guessing and you're borrowing, hurry, hurry, step right up and keep following the leader. Follow the leader. Rock your muscle. Follow the leader. Rock your muscle. Follow the leader. Rock your muscle. This is a lifetime mission. Vision of prison. I listen. In this journey, you're the journal. I'm the journalist. Am I internal or an internalist? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We got Dr. Dre stealing people's music. Oh, this is supposed to be a nice episode about Dre. We got Eminem trashing my game. We got random randoms DMing me about their opinion with their limited Spotify knowledge when I'm walking around Sacramento with a boombox listening to music on this. Then you're coming at me with your opinions. I'm reading to you. You don't have to be stupid anymore. You don't have to be stupid anymore. I'm reading you the greatest lyricists of all time. If you just take the time, watch the banner, listen to these lyrics, perhaps you won't be stupid anymore. Moving on. This is a lifetime mission, vision of prison. Hi, listen. In this journey, you're the journal, I'm the journalist. Am I internal or an internalist? I'm about to flow as long as I can possibly go. Keep you moving because the crowd said so. Dance. Cuts, rip your pants. Eric B on the blades. Bleed death, call an ambulance. Pull out my weapon and start to squeeze. My magnum is a microphone. Murdering MCs. Let's quote a rhyme from the record I broke. Follow the leader. Yeah, dope. Cause every time I stop, you see you're stuck. Soon as you try to step off, you self-destruct. I come to overcome before I'm gone by showing and proving. Let knowledge be born. Stop. Have I said one cuss word yet? Stop. Have I said I'm repeating the raps of the greatest rapper of all time? Have I said one cuss word yet? I'm repeating the raps from the greatest rap album of all time. Ask the Schlangs, are there any cuss words in this album? The answer is no. I don't even need to ask the Schlangs. I know the answer is no. Moving on. How is so much? There's more power in not saying bad words. Then after that, I'll live forever. You disagree? Then after that, I'll live forever. Do you think that if Rakim died right now, he would still be living? It depends on your definition of the word living. He would be living in my heart. He would be living in my soul. He would be apparent in my raps. So when you hear this line, then after that, I'll live forever. You disagree? I do not disagree with you because you will live forever in me. You will live forever in my children. You will live forever in my children's children because of your message and purpose. Thank you, Almighty Schlangs, by connecting us with purpose so that we might live forever. Thank you, Almighty of Schlangs, for connecting First Degree the DE and the Sons of Fahrenheit so that we might live forever through our purpose and our writing of the frequency. Moving on. You disagree? You say never? Then follow me. From century to century, you'll remember me in history, not a mystery or a memory. Stop! This is 1980 something. This is 1980 something. This is 1980 something. From century to century, you remember me in history, not a mystery or a memory. God by nature, mind raised in Asia. Since you was a trick, I had to raise you from the cradle to the grave. But remember, you're not a slave, because we was put here to be much more than that. But we couldn't see because our mind was trapped. But I'm here to break away the chains, take away the pains, remake the brains, rebuild my name. I guess nobody told you little knowledge is dangerous. We're not talking about, oh my goodness. We're not talking about, I'm not going to say bees and hoes and we're talking about our minds. I used to listen to rap and learn. And I'm not one of them old fogies that says, oh, the old times. I'm not. Because I'm taking upon myself to do what should be done. Raps that when you music is hypnotizing. Watch Underbelly Sound Wars. It's one of the most powerful frequencies on earth. It's one of the most powerful mediums of communication on earth. I take it so seriously. Okay, I take it so seriously. Moving forward, I guess nobody told you a little knowledge is dangerous. It can't be mixed, diluted. It can't be changed or switched. Here's a lesson if you're guessing and borrowing. Hurry, hurry, step right up and keep following the leader. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. Holla at me in the chat. What are we talking about? I analyze the words. YouTube Yoda, I spend time analyzing the words while all you're doing is slapping on your AirPods and making opinions from your limited knowledge base. I'm in the chat. DE from the depths. What up, Irish? What up, Mr. Man Now? That's what I'm saying. We call them Spotify strangers, Wikipedia warriors, AirPod academics. Oh my God, they're like a cancer to society. Captain Consumer, he feels his opinion is so important. They are the enemy. They watch us. All they are allowed to do is watch us. All you are allowed to do is watch us. Reddit revolutionary. Your opinion doesn't matter, but we will allow you to learn from us. Reddit revolutionary. Your opinion is nil because of your limited knowledge base. However, we will allow you to learn from us. Me, First Degree the DE, the Schlangs, and the vast superior mental network of Sons of Fahrenheit that's watching now. We will allow you to watch us SoundCloud stranger. You are allowed to learn from us. Nothing more. Now, in the program, what time is it? Oh my goodness, I can't help myself. I go over every day now. I can't even help myself. I'm not even done with the program. I gotta get in this DE rap. I gotta get in this DE rap. This song is called Game Day. Game Day, it's game day. Chasing victory because you're in our way from the Underbelly soundtrack. Underbelly soundtrack. Our strategy, it's like a riddle. This gon' hurt, not just a little. Laced up, draped in colors, banged up for one another's. Stop! Dude, I'm saying, even in these raps, it's saying the same thing. We're banged up for one another's, ready to fight a battle or two. How unlucky for you. One step ahead, lost in our flow. Bass song, our ducks in a row. Heard right, we poppin' most. Hot and heavy, our approach. Putting work, can't cut in the line. It'll be your turn in due time. Right now, it belong to us. Pressure make us dangerous. Get loud. You the 12th. This song is for you. Get loud. You the 12th. And that's a little Seattle slip in. Shouts out to Seattle. This kind of slap right itself. Game day. It's game day. Chasing victory and you're in our way. I got my mom and dad on this song. My son, my wife. I didn't even mention that. I got my mom, dad, son, wife, my 5-year-old daughter, my 2 sons, my daughter. I got everyone's on this song. Both my daughters are on this song. My dad and my 5-year-old daughters are on the outro. It's a family affair. These are frequencies, my family, and everyone, you are my family too. We're sending these out to the universe. So when you hear Game Day, no, that's my mom and dad on the record. It don't never stop. It don't never stop till we reach the top. It won't ever stop till we ever stop. Game Day, come back tomorrow to get Game Day. Back with you tomorrow, do it again. Ha, ha. Now, Philippines. 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 OG, utilize my clever bass song. It's now or never. Keep pushing, stay on the grind. That's how I'm young and old at the same time. Close battle, put to the test. We appreciate you bringing out our best. Although we enemies in the arena. When it's over, reminisce in Katina. That's one of the one we talked about that yesterday. That was the little voice. The little voice said, say something weird like Katina. The little voice always tells me to put words in raps that's never been put in raps. So if I think of a word that's never been in a rap song, like the little voice is like, put that in. So although we enemies in the arena, when it's over, reminisce in Katina. Better lose. Cool to win. Winning's cool. Winning's cool, but losing give me chagrin. Oh, losing give me skin I'm in. That's why I win again and again. Now I tell the 2K story. I used to not know how to shoot in 2K. Eventually I might start going live on the game. But I didn't know how to shoot, but I love to lose. I love being around people smarter than me. I love losing because then it gets me, and then I learn and I learn and I learn and then I become a master. If I'm around people and I always win all the time, it's just, I love losing. Better lose. Cool to win. Winning cool, but losing give me chagrin. Losing give me skin I'm in. That's why I win again and again. Up past the midnight hour. Up planning your devour. Up early before the sun. Preparation get the battle won. Our glow put it on a show. Again, that's because our ducks in a row. Thank God's universe made it this far. You bumping this. You so above par. There we go again. There we go again. I reflect back to Man in the Place. They say I'm ahead of my time. If you bumping this here, they say you more sharp than your neighbor in peer. That is a constant theme in my music, and it goes back to what we talked about earlier. My music is just an invitation for the smartest people in the urban rap game. Let's gather, ride the frequency, and dictate the world. The DE slap is nothing but an invitation for the smartest urban people in the world to come together, unite, have purpose, gather, then dictate the world. This line is a reflection of that purpose. I'll say it again. Thank God's universe made it this far. You bumping this, you so above par. We victorious. What I'm saying, to the next episode in the city metro banging. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat with the smartest people in the urban rap game. We're building the foundation. Okay, we're Mr. Beast in the early stages. Once there's hundreds of people on this live, you'll know that you're the pioneer. That's why I want you to send me the videos so we can air it on the station. I got 2 emails today, one from Film Hub, the distributor of the movie, one from YouTube. The wheels are turning. Give me your video, put your name on it. I'll put it on the station. Just make sure it's horizontal and not vertical. I'm in the chat to read the smartest people in the urban rap game's comments. Ooh, the master and the Sith. I'm gonna hit up Lynch. I'm gonna ask him this question. I can screenshot it. I can screenshot. Scott LaRock, I just screenshot your question. I'm gonna text it to the brother Lynch Hung, and I'll get back at you. What a great question. Is the Master and the Sith gonna ever see the light of day? That's a DE Brother Lynch group album. But you know what, to be honest, man, I can't front, man. I spent so many years making music, man. I own over 700 songs. But I'm having so much fun being a YouTuber now with you. I don't know how I would ever peel myself away from this. I'm at the crossroad of the DE experience right now. I don't know if I could ever go. I mean, of course I'm going to keep making music, but I can't peel myself away from the Fahrenheit Hour and Sack Rap Network TV, the 24-hour superior of Schlap Network. It's going to be hard to pull me away from this to make music because I have so much fun being a YouTuber with you now. So I don't know, man. I'm at the crossroad. I'm at a fork in the road. I'm at a fork in the road. All right, I'm going and reading all the comments. Boom. Greetings. Dance with me, dance. Chin up, right. I got my son on that song. Adele is my son. It's a family affair. It's nothing to a boss. Be legit to savvy. Be legit to savvy. Rakim was interviewing us. Ooh, I like that. I should send that taste, man. He sure was, man. He been back ever since. He even came back this summer. Man, I love y'all in the chat, man. Stand out in the schlangs. Every time I invest in the schlangs, I stand out in the schlangs. Every time. And this is my reward, the Fahrenheit Hour. I can get on live and we can exchange ideas. I don't have anyone to talk to but you. Reading the chat. I have a brand of black hooded capes. All right, I'm selling these capes. Okay, the great alignment. Once the underside has achieved the great alignment. Now, Popa Mirta. Yeah. What up, Julio? What up, Daniel? V-Dog in the building, Joe. V-Dog invest in the schlangs. Stand out in the schlangs. He invested in the schlangs yesterday. Make the schlangs be with you. OJL. OJ. LJ, you up on the AI? I've been meaning to ask you that. What do you think about AI, OJ? Now looking in the chat before we close off. Oh yeah, man. But the problem, V-Dog, a problem with a Dr. Dre Rakim album is he probably copied everybody on the beats. Nope, this supposed to be a nice Dre, so I would love to hear a Dr. Dre Rakim album. Reading in the chat, Planet Zero. Underbelly Sound Wars cinematic universe will happen with or without mainstream report of support. Urgent breaking news from Overkill. Breaking news from Overkill. Underbelly Sound Wars cinematic universe will happen with or without cinematic report support. He is exactly right. No matter what happens with Film Hub, with the Tubies and the Apple TVs and the Amazon Prime that I'm dealing with now, you will get the story of the Underbelly cinematic universe. Black Bane has a story, is already in the works. Next will be Robo D. Street Monster has a story already in the works. You are so right. Nothing will stop the mighty, mighty Fahrenheit train. Thank you, almighty Schlangs. Thank you, almighty of Schlangs. In the chat, you know what I'm saying? Spotify knowledge. Spotify is the worst of all of them. Tell him, Mr. Man. Irish in the building. Put a baby to the lyrics out there. Okay. Thank you, man. I love the real talk. I don't even care anymore. I don't care anymore. I just want to connect with the smartest people. And it's that's why I'm saying when the YouTube Yoda's like they're coming at me, they're like, look at me, give me attention. I don't know if the DM is like, give me attention but my mission is you. We need this real talk, like purist talk. Talk of the future. We don't care what Trump is doing. We don't care what all these people, these celebrities and we don't care. We are so laser focused on what we can control and what we have to do. Thank you for that. I got 4 kids. 4 kids. I got 4 kids and a teaching job. That's what I'm saying. But AI helps me make the Fahrenheit Schlangs be more than it is. Holla at me. I can make your business more than it is. You think the Fahrenheit Schlangs, but it's really just one person working so hard. All right, finishing up. Oh, because you can't beat the. Okay. Oh, a Rakim Sack album. Tell me that wouldn't be hard. The chat is on fire. I love it. It's hard for me to keep the show. I just want to just sit and read it, but I'm on live. Music is why we're here first. I like that point. The music is the invitation. Smartest people in the world. Let's gather and plan. That's what a DE song is. All right. Oh, since 93, Irish. You feeling me? What are we talking? We're finally gathering. Let's gather and make the world a better place through our vision. Invest in the schlangs. This is a wonderful chat today, y'all. I didn't know if folks was going to be on today because this is Saturday, but I just can't help it. I'm addicted to being with you. I'll be waiting, just waiting for 6 o'clock to burn out. I'll be just waiting for the burn out. All right, y'all. Nice chat today, man. It was a good day. Every day together is a good day, man. Every day together is a good day. Captain Consumer, this is what it's about, man. This is what it's about. I should have been doing this years ago, but I'm just learning, man. At least I've been putting out the music. inviting you together. Here we are. Here we are. Say it with me, because I got to get to these captions. Oh my God, I'm in caption hell right now. But it's the last step. Apple TV, Tubi, Amazon Prime. They just need me to correct the captions. Typing every single word. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is this. Say it with me. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlang. It is the schlangs that brings us here together. All praise due to the Fahrenheit schlangs. It is the schlangs that brings us purpose. My plans for the night: finish the captions to Underbelly Sound Wars so Apple TV, Tubi, Amazon, and all the rest can help spread our word. Meet me back here tomorrow. Same Fahrenheit station, same Fahrenheit.